Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something pretty cool. We're talking AI content creation today, but not the usual stuff.
Right.
Like, we all know AI can write us a blog post,
Yeah.
but everybody's wondering, how do we make it sound less like a robot wrote it?
That's the real challenge these days. AI is powerful, but it often misses that human touch.
Exactly. But we've got some help figuring that out.
Oh,
Yeah, there's this article, it's from Shaun John Digital, called How to Get Humanized Content from a Prompt. And get this, they asked 4 different AIs for their advice.
whoa, hold on. 4 different AIs.
4? We've got ChatGPT, of course.
The big name everybody knows.
Yep, but also DeepSeek's Qwen 2.5 Plus and Kimi AI. It's like having a whole panel of experts.
That's amazing. I'm really curious to hear what the lesser-known AIs have to say.
Me too. It's like getting a sneak peek into the future of AI, you know?
Totally. So where do we start?
Well, let's start with the one everyone's heard of, ChatGPT.
Okay, makes sense.
No surprise, it really emphasizes clear instructions, like you'd give any writer.
Right tone style, who you're writing for.
Exactly. But here's the interesting part. ChatGPT suggests you think about it like you're talking to a friend.
Oh, like just chatting over coffee?
Yeah. It's less about giving the AI orders and more about having a conversation.
That's a good point. When you put it that way, it makes sense that the tone would be more natural.
Right. And it even suggests putting personal stories and real-life examples right in the prompt.
Interesting. So it's not just about the tone of the instructions?
Nope. It's about giving the AI the same kind of stuff humans use when we write.
Because let's be honest, stories are how we connect as humans. It's how we make sense of the world.
Totally. It's like the difference between reading a textbook and hearing a friend tell you about their crazy vacation.
You get me. That personal touch makes all the difference.
Now, DeepSeek's approach was deep.
Haha. Okay, I'm
It's
intrigued.
like this AI sat down and wrote a whole college course on how to sound human.
Wow. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Really?
Yeah. To get human-like writing, you have to really define what human even means.
Ah, I see what you mean. Break it down into pieces the AI can understand.
Exactly. And DeepSeek goes all in. It talks about a conversational tone, just like ChatGPT,
Right.
but then it gets into the nitty-gritty, like how humans use contractions and everyday language.
And those personal stories we were just talking about?
Yep. It even suggests the AI use phrases like, "you might have noticed."
Oh, like it's talking directly to the reader.
Exactly. That makes the reader feel involved, like they're part of the conversation.
It's like those choose-your-own-adventure books. I loved those as a kid.
Yes, it's all about creating an experience for the reader, not just throwing information at them.
We could talk about DeepSeek all day.
For real.
But we've got 2 more AIs to hear from.
All right, let's see what Qwen and Kimi have to offer.
So Qwen is all about that conversational vibe, too.
No surprise there.
But it gives specific tips like using phrases like "I think" or "Have you ever wondered?"
It's like it's giving us the cheat codes for human interaction.
Right? And then there's KMI.
Okay, what's Kimi's angle?
KMI is all about personality and warmth. It even says to picture you're writing to a friend over coffee.
Oh, I love that. That's a great way to get into a more relaxed mindset.
And KMI gets really specific. It suggests different prompts depending on what you're writing. Like if it's informative or persuasive or whatever.
Wow, it's like having a personal AI writing coach.
Right, so we've got these 4 AI models, each with their own ideas on how to humanize content. What are your first impressions? What stands out to you?
You know what really strikes me is this. Every single AI focused on making things more conversational. It's like they all agree that human connection is the key to good writing, no matter who or what is doing the writing.
That's a great observation. It's almost like in this world of flashy graphics and clickbait headlines, these AIs are reminding us about the power of a real, genuine voice.
Exactly. And, it makes you think, if we're trying to make AI sound more human, are we learning something about ourselves in the process?
Whoa. Like, are we rediscovering what truly makes communication work? Even the stuff we might have forgotten in the digital age.
Exactly. I think there's a huge opportunity here. It's not just about making AI better, but about making ourselves better communicators, too.
So it's a two-way street. We teach AI to be more human, and maybe AI teaches us to communicate better.
Precisely. And here's another mind-blowing thing to consider. What if all this focus on human-like AI starts to change language itself?
Whoa, you're saying the way we write and speak could actually evolve?
Think about it. Technology has always shaped language. The telegraph made us write shorter messages. Texting gave us emojis and abbreviations. Why wouldn't AI have a similar impact?
Huh, that's a good point. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, right?
Not at all. AI could help us write more clearly and get to the point faster. It could even inspire completely new ways of using language.
It's like adding a new spice to our cooking. We're not throwing out all our old recipes, but we're getting more creative in the kitchen.
That's a great analogy. The key is to approach this with a sense of adventure and be open to what AI can teach us, while also remembering what makes human communication special.
So for our listeners out there who want to start using these AI tips, what's the first step?
The first step is to be aware. You have to realize that AI writing can sound a little robotic sometimes.
Don't just hit generate and call it a day.
Right. Treat the AI's output like a rough draft, something you need to shape and add your own voice to.
And that's where those AI tips come in. Experiment with different prompts, add those personal touches, really think about having a conversation with the reader.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to play around and find what works best for you. The goal is to make AI work for you, not the other way around.
It's about using AI to boost your own creativity.
Exactly. That's where the magic happens. When human creativity meets AI, the possibilities are endless.
Okay, but here's a thought. What if things start going the other way around? What if we start changing the way we communicate because we're trying to make AI more like us?
That's a fascinating question. We've talked about how AI can shape language,
Right.
but it goes deeper than that. It could change how we think and approach communication altogether.
So you're saying by hanging out with AI so much, we might start to talk like AI.
It's possible. Think about it. We're teaching AI to be concise and get straight to the point, to prioritize information over emotion.
And we might start doing the same thing.
Maybe it could be good or bad. On the one hand, we might communicate more clearly and efficiently.
So like AI could make us better communicators.
In a way, yeah. But we also risk losing the richness and depth of human connection.
Like all the subtle stuff that makes us human.
Exactly. Our tone, our emotions, the way we use language to connect with each other.
So it's like a trade-off, efficiency versus expression.
Kind of, but I think we can find a balance. We can learn from AI's strength without losing what makes us human.
How do we do that?
It's all about being mindful of how AI is influencing us, both the good and the bad, and then making conscious choices about how we want to communicate.
So it's like a call for conscious communication.
Precisely. We need to remember that language is powerful. It can inform, inspire, and connect, but it can also be used to manipulate or hurt.
We have a responsibility to use it wisely.
Absolutely. And that responsibility falls on all of us writers, developers, even just everyday users of technology. We all have a part to play in shaping the future of communication in the age of AI.
This deep dive has really made me think. We started talking about humanizing AI content.
Right.
And now we're talking about the future of human communication itself.
It's amazing, isn't it? AI is changing so much more than just how we get things done. It's changing how we think, how we connect, how we express ourselves.
It's exciting and kind of scary at the same time.
I agree, but I'm hopeful if we stay curious and creative and keep our ethics in check, I think we can use AI to make communication even better, to build stronger connections and make the world a more expressive place.
I like that. Well, that about wraps up this deep dive, but the conversation doesn't have to end here. Keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep talking.